The wife, yeah, the wife made some pies. I'm bringing the wine. Is that the new dog?
Yeah, that's Louis.
Louis.
Yeah.
Louis.
Drinking a beer, and nice.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, TechFall's over here volunteering with food on the truck. What's it called?
Food on the stove. Yeah.
Food on the stove for the firefighters.
Yeah, he should have a busy day tomorrow. They might be delivering in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I don't know. I mean, it could be a long day. So.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving, holidays.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to come back and stay at my granddad's house. We still have the house, or he'll go to, you know what I mean? He'll go to Fredericksburg back home, but he's got to work the next day, so it's gonna be busy for him.
He works Black Friday.
He works, Black Friday.
Putting out fires at the stores.
I work Saturday, so Big Mike's coming tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I invited him, and he decided to come on up. So, just 4 of us here. I mean, it's gonna be a low profile Thanksgiving over here.
Okay.
April, the kids, the dog, and my dad. My mom's heading up to Pennsylvania, so to see my sister. So we're not. So Big Mike was gonna be home alone, so I invited him, and I didn't think he was gonna go, but he's coming up. So. Yeah.
So Big Mike's coming to Maryland.
Coming to Maryland, yeah. My mom's gonna be going. Should be going up to PA. So. Big Mike's coming here, staying for he'll only be one night. I work on Saturday, so I'm sure he'll be here for 24 hours at the most, probably not even that. He likes to get up and get going, so he'll get there tomorrow probably around noon, and then he'll probably leave at 7 in the morning on Friday. So
yeah.
What do you guys got planned tomorrow? Are you doing everything at your house, or what exactly you guys got planned?
Well, I got back from Army leadership course.
Yeah.
And I got back Thursday, and the very next morning, Friday morning, I got a COVID test, and Monday came back negative.
Okay.
So with that being said, it's going to be me, Melissa, Gabriel, her parents, her sister, brother-in-law, their kid.
Okay.
At a dinner. So it's just going to be, what is that, 8 of us. And, it's just going to be small, just 8 of us, not going to be like a huge family thing. My mom and stepdad, they want to stay inside.
Okay.
They're not doing it. We might, do a virtual thing with them for a little bit. We invite, now the National Guard gave us a turkey box. So, we got that turkey box we always got. You remember that?
Sweet. Yeah. No, we actually we did along the same lines. Well, we ordered tomorrow pre-made us deep fried turkey tomorrow. We're picking up. So
and Big Mike's coming to you guys, right?
He's coming to us, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we invited my mom and stepdad, but they were like, no. They came over a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they said, there's this kind of like this resurge, and since a vaccine, there's this whole rumor about the December vaccine coming out. They said we're going to just lay low until that vaccine's available for us. Once we get that vaccine, we're going to
tell you what, I was thinking about it last night. I was working at the hospital, and I was like, how crazy is it going to be when these vaccines come out? Is it going to be people like trying to, like take the sheets and there he is.
Who that is?
Louis.
Who that is? Who that is? Louis.
Hi.
Louis.
Kisses. Kissing my mommy.
Kisses, yeah. Louis is a good boy. Look at his paws. How big these are.
That's a big puppy.
He's 20 pounder already.
Damn.
Sorry, don't have too much light here, but you can see.
Oh yeah, I see him. That's a big boy.
There's Louis.
How you doing, April?
Good. How are you?
You getting that turkey day stuff all ready to go?
No, I'm not making anything.
We're not making anything.
It's all that pre-made.
Yeah.
Pre-made deep fried, right?
Yeah.
Some restaurant was doing it for halfway cheap.
Yeah.
So
if we were going to do smoked turkey, I would have gone through Sherman. You remember Roger?
Oh yeah.
Wrestling club. His company is just blown up, but he smokes everything. But I love smoked stuff. Like if you ever want to do something smoked and don't feel like cooking, buy some of his stuff. I did it one Super Bowl Sunday when he first started the company, and his stuff was good, man. It's just you got to have the taste for smoked food. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
listen. As long as I'm in the guard, man, I'm gonna get that turkey box every year. We're gonna take it a bit.
Something out of it.
Yeah, you hooked us up. You hooked us up with the whole thing one year.
Fuck yeah, that was our Thanksgiving that year. Yeah.
If it's not coronavirus you're gonna be getting a turkey.
Turkey, yeah, you know. And a Corona Light.
Corona Light.
How's the babe?
How was Gabe?
Oh my God! So I was just about to tell you, and
I said Gabe. I meant to say Babe.
Gabriel.
Yeah, it's not. I can't say. I know.
You can say Gabe. Gabe's fine.
Chris Page is coming in. Here, the champ is here.
I am.
Oh, dude, turn your levels down.
I'm the people's champ.
Turn your levels down.
Oh my gosh.
Go to your mic settings. Turn those levels down, dude.
I think the kids heard that upstairs.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's the people's champ.
Oh my God.
This is a paid gig, Chris. You're ruining money. You're burning Nelson's money. Right out of his pocket.
Come on, man.
So what happened with baby Gabriel?
Yeah.
He took a tumble off the couch,
Oh.
landed on his head, kind of rolled. He was crying, so we're a little concerned about him for a little bit.
It was just on the carpet though, right?
Yeah.
As long as he cried right away and he doesn't throw up, you're good. You're golden.
He didn't throw up.
Yeah. Oh, when he wasn't there to catch his fall?
Yeah.
No, Winnie doesn't like him at all. Winnie does not like him at all.
Well, he gets the attention now, so.
It's just sad. Winnie's not a fan. But
we got to get Michael Yamasaki in here. It's that fourth contender here. I see there's an opening for a number 4 spot. Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Bud Light. Man. I think you're a Miller Lite guy, Chris.
Dude, Bud Light pays more.
Gosh. You sold out the Bud Light.
They're paying me more money.
Oh yeah, really? You got that sponsorship? Let me know what's going on with that sponsorship right now.
Sponsorship of Bud Light? Oh my God.
Dude, Zombie Squad is now sponsored by Bud Light.
I'm disappointed. I'm gonna have to disband myself here.
So what is this?
Miller Lite doesn't want to pay anybody.
How much is Bud Light paying you? Peanuts?
A lot.
They are? Meatballs or peanuts?
They're paying me to do this dude, they're paying me to do this podcast right now, dude. They're like, we'll give you however much you want.
But they're paying you to be on my podcast. Where's some of those ducats I'm supposed to be seeing since you're on my fucking show?
Hey,
our show.
Dude, you'll see him in residuals.
Oh, okay. Let's.
Next week, Chris is gonna get a letter from Glenn's lawyer.
Yeah.
What lawyer? You got to afford a lawyer.
No, I said you're gonna get your lawyer to call.
Yeah, exactly. What lawyer? You got to be able to afford a lawyer.
They work on a commission.
Okay. So residuals of residuals then. My lawyer's going to work on residuals of residuals. Okay.
Dude, you're drinking like some super light beer over there, man. What the hell's going on, dude?
Lawyer on the wrestling.
Yeah. Is Josh Henson your lawyer?
Dude, I fired that guy.
I fired him a long time ago. I fired Josh Henson a long time ago.
Come on, man. Bring him back, man. Bring him back.
Nah, man.
Josh is a good dude, man.
Dude, all right, I didn't think I was going to be able to get you on this podcast, man. It was like, Don's like, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, I knew Don, has something going on.
Dude, Don didn't even know about the Zoom promo video that we're shooting on Sunday.
He kind of did. His whole schedule. He goes, wait a minute. On Sunday, am I coming to your house, or is that the Zoom thing? Or Wednesday, am I coming to your house, or is that the Zoom thing? And I'm like, bro, It's in the calendar, bro. It's in the fucking calendar.
I don't know how he can function, dude. Like as a businessman,
His whole life.
I'm like,
driving
dude.
to Jersey, driving back to Maryland. Driving to Jersey, driving back to Maryland.
Wow.
What? There's no women out in Maryland?
There's no investment properties out in Maryland?
Oh man, I was hoping you could get into some real estate, man.
Dude, we tried, man. Like, dude, we could have got him a property in West Virginia with Aaron Foster. Like, Aaron Foster's got 2 booming properties that he's working on right now.
Oh, he wanted people.
But where does Aaron Foster live?
Aaron Foster is from College Park, Maryland.
And that's a little too specific. So Maryland.
Yeah.
And what state, only state, what state, if not states, are his investment properties in?
In Maryland.
West Virginia. What are you talking about, Chris?
One's on the borderline of West Virginia. It's like in Martinsburg.
That's still West Virginia.
Yeah, well, West Virginia. West Virginia, and one's in Deep Creek Lake. Deep Creek.
And Deep Creek's Virginia, right?
No, Deep Creek is in Maryland.
Yeah,
so Deep Creek's okay. So he lives in Maryland. He has an investment property in Maryland. And he has an investment property in West Virginia, which is a neighboring state of Maryland.
Yeah.
He might have multiple in both, actually.
So he might have more than 2 investment properties now.
Yeah, he might. I think he has multiple in each state, Maryland and West Virginia. So he's probably got at least 4 properties.
Okay, so for shits and giggles, let's just say he has 2 properties in Maryland and 2 properties in West Virginia. He lives in Maryland. Now, I'm sort of familiar with West Virginia. Let's say, what do you think the longest drive is from where he lives to his furthest property? What do you think the mileage is?
Probably 3 hours.
2.5 hours, probably 3 at the most.
To one of his investment properties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if he's there that much, he's there to work on the house. I mean, that's the only reason. Like, if he's going back and forth like that, he's trying to get them done. You know what I mean? Once you have them built or whatever, get them tied in. I'm sure you don't have to be there all the time. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, he's probably going there to get them ready. You know what I mean? Fix them up, get the people there, or do whatever he does.
No, sure, I get that.
Yeah. So.
But one of them's with another guy. I know that for a fact.
All right, so.
He's got another investor that's involved in a
Hold
property.
on, we're going to pick that up. So your microphone is going to a mixer. Your microphone, TechFall, is going to a mixer.
It's going to an interface.
So I want you to take that interface and I want you to drop that by 6 decibels. Your microphone feed, I want you to drop it by 6 decibels. Because I know you're peaking right now.
Okay, how about that?
That's a little bit better.
How about now?
No, that's perfect. Leave it right there.
All right.
That's way better.
All right.
So I want you to take a Sharpie and I want you to make a note on your interface that is your podcast level.
I don't need to do all that, dude. I can see it.
So investment properties in West Virginia.
Yeah, and Chris probably knows more. Chris probably talked to him a little more than me. I don't, I haven't talked to Aaron much.
I'm not shitting on anybody's, aspirations to find a property and invest in it, but I don't see the benefits of a 9-hour drive to one property when you could have 9 properties 9 minutes away.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
They're cheaper though. It's cheaper to build. Everything's cheaper, man, in West Virginia. I mean,
but listen, you got this one property on the New York Canadian border. It might be fucking scenic. It might be like 15 minutes away from Niagara. You could probably see Niagara from the window, but you live it's a fucking 10-hour drive to the property. Like, what are you moving there? That's the only way to make it. If it's big enough to where you have like your owner's level. You remember that place we stayed at in Tybee Island?
Yeah.
Where half the house was the owners. That couple that lived there. The other half was 3 rooms, 3 king size bedrooms that they Airbnb'd. They Airbnb'd rooms.
Mm.
So we have yet to have this virtual tour on the show. of this property. I have all the faith in the world that this is, you know, an amazing investment property, and it would be an amazing Airbnb experience. But I don't see the business acumen of it being a 10-hour drive away for one property. It's like it
just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, maybe it does. Maybe there's certain aspects that we just don't know that are just none of our fucking business, and I get that. But at the same time, think about Aaron Foster, right? Aaron Foster?
Yeah.
4 properties. He lives in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
2 properties are in Maryland, 2 properties are in West Virginia. And West Virginia is like a vacation spot, like scenic, mountainside. You can
the spot is for like a hunting spot.
Yeah.
That's why he got it's on 42 acres, bro.
But, dude, she loves those. Melissa is not into hunting, not into guns, not even really into like camping outdoors, no like redneck kind of stuff that we might be into. But still, she would go to a place like that for the scenery, just for the quiet, the outdoors, the scenery, the ambiance, just something totally different, escape, you know, silence, sort of deal. Mm-hmm. She also likes, you know, beachfront properties too, and we've done a bunch of those as well. We've gone to like Solomon's Island, we've gone to Florida, we've done some, you know, Indiana. Up in like the mountains of Indiana by her college, IU, you know what I mean? So like all those, so she would be interested in that as well, like a hunting property, but not to hunt, for all the scenery, you know, that mountainside and the cool air and all that bullshit. So there's all sorts of different benefits to a kind of a property like that. Now that might be what is going on with this property on the New York Canadian border. But
whose property is this?
It just doesn't seem. But what?
Whose property is that? You're talking about 9 hours away.
Durko.
Oh, okay. It's Durko's property. Okay.
Yeah. And so he's you know, invested in this property, and he's like working on this whole investment sort of thing. But it's fucking 10 hours away from here. It's like, dude, I get. If there's other aspects into it, you know, then I understand.
Yeah,
but
he's more mobile. He can just pick up and move. Like that's the thing with Durko. Like if he
can go?
You don't think he would pick up and move there if it came down?
He could.
That's what.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's not something that we necessarily like lock down.
Yeah.
As far as like what's going on with him, like is he moving there?
He doesn't have ties here. I mean, besides his parent, you know, his parents living here. I mean, what ties does he have that he has to stay here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, that could be in his favor. You know?
Right, but where's he going to move? Is he moving into that property, or is he going to get like an apartment, but he's got this investment property that he owns, but he's going to get an apartment? Or is he moving into like, is he going to stay in like the dungeon basement part of this house, but the rest of it's Airbnb?
And that doesn't really make it an investment property.
Offs.
If you're just renting it, you're living there and renting it out.
But hold on, that place we stayed at Tybee, is that not an investment property? Did they tack on additions to the house as an investment property?
That I don't know.
But dude, you can get you can split hairs a lot. You know, like I had an aunt that did an addition to her house. That could be a whole, you know, like studio apartment. My grandfather did like this big addition to his house. That could easily be like a studio apartment that somebody fucking rents. And now with Airbnb, now with the mentality of Airbnb, like he had a bunch of rooms. If he were to, you know, dump $5,000 to each room, fix it up, whatever, is that not now an investment property tacked onto his other property, which is the whole house in its entirety? Like now you're kind of, what's an investment property versus your residential property? You see what I'm saying? You've been to my townhouse. If I turn my deck into a whole addition, now that's an investment property, isn't it? Depending on how I use it.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways on how you look at it. Like some people sublet.
Sure.
There's subletting.
So sublet. so sublet, right? So I get an I lease an apartment. I rent an apartment, you know, remember at that old apartment that we had, right? But then I sublet to somebody else, and I'm making $100 off of that, but I don't even own the damn thing. But now that's an investment property.
Yeah.
Right? So what the fuck is an investment property nowadays?
Yeah, good point.
So it's what I don't understand is this insane commute. This dude's been back and forth from Jersey
because
in the last month.
But you got to tack that on, and it starts adding up. You know,
that
like
mileage, right?
How much money and wear and tear are you spending on this? Like now you have to put that into a budget. The wear and tear, the gas.
You got to make that fucking dude. Like,
you know, you got to put that in.
Yeah.
As part of the investment, like, okay, I'm using X amount of gas and time. Okay, 9 hours to get there, and then 9 hours back. That's 18 hours, right?
Right.
And now you have to accumulate. Okay, how many times you get an oil change? Okay, how many times are you rotating the tires, getting a tune-up?
What is that? 55 cents a mile?
Like
that's what most of my gigs are reimbursing me for travel. It's 55 cents a mile.
And put that into a year. Put that into a year.
Put that into a fucking year, man. So beneficially, you're moving into that house.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should make the move.
But then what is it? Is it moving into the house, or is it moving into another place?
I say moving
nearby.
I say moving in a basement and renting the other place, the other part of the house out. I mean,
and so as the owner of this investment property, you got to bite the bullet. You got to move. You got to live here in this basement. You got to take that shitty walk around, you know, the backyard,
moves, man.
You know, through the woods, while the renters or the B&Bers upstairs, they've got the front door. They've got that nice side door.
Hey, man, when you're single, you can live like that, man. You can live in dungeons, and you know, you can.
Oh, but that's another question: is he single or not?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, now we're being nosy.
No, what I'm saying is, if you live, you could. I'm just saying if you're single. I'm not saying if he isn't, but if you're single, you can live. You can. Why can't you live in a basement or a one bedroom? Why can't you live in somebody's attic? I mean, come on,
dude. I lived in a basement for years.
We both lived in a basement and in an attic, buddy.
Yeah, you know, I hear you, man. Hey, man.
We were in Allen's attic.
Dude, we were living in other people's investment properties.
Oh yeah. Seeing how that fucking guy can squeeze a nickel out of every dime, dude.
I worked with one of Chris's guys, and he knew I lived on First Street. And I told him I moved, and he goes, "Paige, you must have made a pretty penny off that place in First Street," you know, because he knew I left.
That one spot.
Yeah, he thought I had the whole house, and he goes, "You must have made a pretty penny off that." And I said, "No, I rented the basement." He was like, he said, "You dirtbag." So I went from this big wig he thought I was to I'm renting the basement to a dirtbag. I was like, oh wow, that spiraled downhill.
You went from a condo to a basement.
No, he went from thinking that I owned this place. I made a fortune off of it to I rented a basement. You know what I mean? Like he just went from king to peasant in my mind.
But listen, we both went from kings to peasants to kings again. Because I had that condo, you had that condo, and you went to that basement. I went to Alan's attic. Me and Chris went to Alan's attic. Then me and Chris went back to the condo. You and April went to College Park.
College Park.
And now you and April got a house. Chris has a house. Me and Melissa have a house.
Yeah.
Kings again, baby. Kings.
Yeah, but it could easily go back to the basement again.
Oh, fuck yeah, it could. Fuck yeah, it could. Yep.
Dude, it's funny because I called Aaron Foster. I was like, dude, you got anything in DC? I was like, you got a basement you can rent out, bro? He goes, no, I can't help you out there, man. I got no properties in DC, but I got you in College Park, though.
Chris started eating College Park. Me and Glenn liked it more and more as we lived there. But Chris
fucking loved it, dude.
Chris was like, I got to get out of this place.
You remember the blizzard? You remember the blizzard? Who wasn't it you and me, Brian, that took that walk during that blizzard to Giant and got like 2 cases each? And then walked back, and we just drank the whole blizzard. It was like a 4-day blizzard weekend, just drinking light beer.
Chris was tired of living in college.
And Brian tried to drive back and got stuck in the parking lot in his car. I'm like, dude, why the hell did you come back? Why didn't you just work overtime and stay there?
I had to get back to the
Nah,
dog.
fuck that. Yeah, he was worried about the dog.
Yeah.
Links. Actually, let me make mention. Links to those Zombie Squad episodes is kind of funny. I'll put the links in the description below. But dude, that was a blast, man. He was just sitting there with his window down, like,
Can
you shovel me out?
it was a Snowmageddon, remember?
Snowmageddon Part 3, I think it was. I think it was like 3 Snowmageddons in a row those years.
Oh man, it's 9308 Jeffrey Hill Road.
Dude, I swear, like a month before, we were anticipating Snowmageddon. I think I said to you, I said, you want to take like a week-long break and go down to Florida?
Yeah, you mentioned that you were about to bounce.
And you were like, and you were like, nah, man. You know, I got to put this paperwork together for DC Fire, and I was like, okay, well, I got this film, and the film got postponed because snow. You were working on your packet for DC Fire, and because I had 4-wheel drive, there was my mom, there was 2 other people that needed help with my fucking truck. They were like, can you dig me out? Can you come pick me up and take me to work? Because you have 4-wheel drive. No one else can drive in this fucking snow except for Glenn with his fucking Envoy. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to camp out at the Pages, get drunk, play with his dog, Snowmageddon.
College Park. That was good times, man.
It was a fucking blast, dude.
It was.
That was really fun.
Yeah, you stayed there for like 4 days.
Oh, I did. And April came back. She was like, "You guys gotta go. You gotta go." I was like, "All right, we're done now. We had our fun. You gotta go." Pranks.
That was the second round. Yeah, that was obviously the second round because the first time we lived there in 2012, where me, you, and Chris lived there. We lived a kind of a different lifestyle back then.
Yep.
One happened in Baltimore, the Snowmageddon when I was living there. I remember that one.
Dude, Chris was so sick and tired of College Park. He was willing to go back to Baltimore. That's how fucking sick and tired. You know it's bad if he's going to want to go back to Baltimore. He's like, okay. Silver Spring. What was it? Well, it wasn't Silver Springs. It was what was the name of that apartment complex in College Park? Seven Springs. Seven Springs, dude. There's nothing wrong with Seven Springs. It's like a 10-minute walk up to a giant that sells beer. What other shoppers? I'm sorry. What other shoppers in Maryland sells beer? You're in heaven. Fucking heaven.
Remember, Chris? You dropped that bottle of I don't know, it was like Rolling Rock or something, and the woman yelled at us. She was like, "You're causing a spectacle here."
I dropped it all over the floor.
No, it hit the ground and it busted. You could smell beer throughout the whole store. It was funny as hell. The woman, like, me and Chris were yelling at each other, and I went to go clean it up. She's like, "Don't touch anything. You've already caused a spectacle in here."
That was at the building? That was like in the hallway or something?
No, that was at Shoppers. You know, they had that little conveyor belt. And
shit.
Dude, and when the beer dropped, it dropped in like slow motion.
Yeah, it was like I was like trying to get it.
Yeah, just like my kid.
It exploded.
It exploded. It was like,
just like my kid tonight, man.
It was like
everyday occurrence at Shoppers, you know, every night.
Yeah, TechFall, you missed the point where I was telling Brian in April, Gabriel fell off the couch and landed on his fucking head today, and it was like in slow motion. I just see his ass and his legs like going the other way, and I'm like, ugh. And it's like boom, you hear it on the fucking floor, and it's just like that bottle.
Hey, I told you that scary experience we had in Disney, right? We were coming off the.
I'm not fucking going to Disney until this kid's 10.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, you'll have a blast.
Hey, I think I'm banned from Disney.
So
you're banned from everywhere.
I think
let's get back to that. Hold on, but so Brian, you go first.
No, coming off the bus, and I got Finley. I'm trying to set up this stroller to put Finley in. Actually, we're going on the bus, So, you know, I hit the, I guess, release button on the straps, and I didn't get around to the side. So she kind of was pushed back like this, but she jumped up like mid-air, and I wasn't able to get to her in time because I was at the side. And she came down on the concrete. It was like the scariest thing ever. So I didn't know how bad it was. And she just started hysterically crying. Everybody around us was like standstill, like just didn't know what to do. And the bus driver, man, he came in action like real quick. Like he stopped the bus. He didn't care who was on it. He was getting on. Somebody took the bus away, and he came in. He's like, "You need anything, or whatever?" She was okay, but it was, man, it was so scary because like I didn't really drop my guard, but I was rushing, dude, and I was like, I will not do that again, man. There's no like when you have kids, man. There's no point in like rushing anything. Like you got to get that safety under control, man.
Yeah. Here's the problem. See, I was in the middle of a beer.
Yeah.
And I set him on the couch, and I'm like watching him. I'm gonna go grab a toy for him, and I swear the second my head's like this is when he starts leaning forward, and then when I look back, I didn't even grab the toy. I kept going like this.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's just anyways, basically rule number 1 for me now is if he's awake,
yeah,
I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't even finished with the first one beer.
Yeah, no,
that's it. It's like I'm gonna be like 17 C4s into it, but I'll be 0 beers into it if he's awake.
No, wow. Yeah, I do daddy daycare, man, and you know, I drink during the day and stuff, but sometimes, yeah, you have to be careful.
Nah,
you gotta be careful.
It's just gonna be like I'm gonna look at the monitor. Okay, is he snoring? All right, I'll crack open one.
Yeah,
but no, it's just that's pretty much the fucking rule. If he's awake, I'm not drinking. And to come to realize, I think that was my dad's rule when I was growing up. Like my dad never drank until I think I was like out of college, and then my dad started drinking.
Oh, wow.
Like I was out of college, and my dad started, like drinking.
Damn.
And now he's kind of now in his like retirement age, my dad's a bit of a party monster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You're making up for lost time, man.
I guess so. But like at this point, it's like if the kid's awake, I'm not drinking. I think that's gonna have to be the rule now. If I'm not there. but if I'm like home,
yeah,
in any way, shape, or form, like if I'm if I have to like be hands-on at any moment, throughout the day, obviously it's either me and Melissa, or it's me, or it's Melissa. I might be running errands, so it's Melissa, but I'm not going to be drinking and driving, right? I get home, and the kid's still awake. Nothing.
No.
Whatever.
If you guys get this Keaton text from me, man, you know that I'm having a struggling day. Mr. Mom text, man, I'm losing it.
I love those fucking texts from you, man. Like my whole thing this quarantine was The Shining, and your whole thing this quarantine was Mr. Mom. You should have ran with the whole fucking like quarantine kind of rewriting of Mr. Mom, but from your point of view.
I couldn't tell you how many days I'm like, did I sign up to be Mr. Mom? Like, what the hell is going on?
I loved your text. You should have started this whole Instagram campaign, because I think I went from beginning to end with The Shining, but I rewrote it like as you guys saw. The fucking March 15th, I think, to like May 15th of the quarantine.
You're going a little nuts over there.
Wait,
but you know what I've been listening to, man, talk about the quarantine lately is Booker T. Have you been listening to his stuff?
Booker T?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so great. His podcasts are fucking phenomenal. So during the quarantine, or he's talking about quarantine?
Like he's just talking about the quarantine, how he's like he's like so exhausted with the quarantine. He was like the fatigue is setting in. And like he's like talking about like all this old wrestling stuff that's been going on. And like he said, he's just been locked down in the house, like going nuts.
Uh-huh. Well, no, like, see, I'm familiar with Booker T's shoot interviews, like his podcast shoot interviews. And like the shit that he talks about is fucking phenomenal. Like when he starts blabbing, you know, like when he starts blabbing about some stuff, like he's so charismatic. You know who else is charismatic? What was his partner with Harlem Heat? It was Booker T and oh my god, who was his fucking partner with Harlem Heat with WCW?
He hasn't wrestled in how many years now?
Booker T retired. He's wrestling with who's he wrestling with?
Damn, Chris, what time
reality of wrestling.
You got to get up at 4:30 tomorrow, Chris.
Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30.
You made time for Zombie SquadCAST? Wow, man.
Yeah, but to be working with food on the stove tomorrow, dropping off turkeys to every firehouse in the city.
Every single one.
Yeah, every single one.
Is it just you and him going to every house, or do you got to drive? What do you got to do?
They got some other volunteers. I don't know who has confirmed yet, but that's what we're meeting up at 6 a.m. at the training academy.
Oof.
And dropping off turkeys to firehouses. You know, that's what we do.
So make sure 28 has a couple of them, man. You know, we wanted 28 and truck 14. You know, make sure we're squared.
Everybody's gonna get one turkey.
Yeah, we could eat two over there. One for the truck and one for the engine.
That's intense, man.
You got to double.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to lock down Jonathan Tate. Get him. I've been wanting to get the dude on Zombie SquadCAST, man, for some time. So I'm gonna see about getting him on the show.
Probably you help him, he helps you, dude. That's just the way it goes, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be on the news tomorrow. You know the news is gonna be there tomorrow. Must be pretty cool.
They got nothing better to do. The scumbags.
That's why Chris is doing it. He wants to be on the news tomorrow, man.
No, it has nothing to do with that,
Yo,
man.
you're a fucking star, though. You know goddamn well what you're up to. No. I know exactly what you're up to.
Whatever, dude.
You're a fucking star.
Chris told you the story about how he was coming up
superhero.
He was coming up. We went to a bar.
He always ends up, dude. He learned it from me. He always knows how to end up in front of that camera, like.
Me and Chris went to a bar
superstar,
for the
baby.
Government shutdown.
But you're a fucking hero, though. I don't dump on you at all, because here's the thing. I mean, you might work your way on camera, but you're actually doing something to earn that. So.
Me and Chris went to a bar, and it was a government shutdown there, and the news was there, and they were trying to interview people that work for the government. And they were talking to me, and they're like, "What do you do?" I was like, "I work 24 hours and drink on my 3 days off." And they were like, "I talk to you." Then they went to Chris, and they were like, "What do you do?" And Chris is like, "I work at the restaurant, but I'm off today." They were just keeping the camera away from us, man.
they're like, I'm drinking Bud Light.
Like I told them, I was like, I just got off a busy ambulance, and it was like 10 in the morning, and we're drinking like fish. It was funny, man.
You should have been like, I work for the government, but I'm not in shutdown right now.
And there was one more guy,
because I'm an essential worker.
Justin Gregor's brother-in-law was with us, and every 10 seconds he was getting turned down by some girl. And it was like noon, and like he's talking to a girl. I'm thinking everything's going good, and she turns around, and is like, "I'm not going home with you tonight." I'm like, "What happened, John? From the second that I was talking to you, that I looked over to my brother, like, what happened here?" And
dude's a creeper, bro. Creeper.
Doing, I've never seen somebody denied.
He was creeping, bro.
I saw him get denied 16 times in a matter of 5 hours. We were there for 5 hours. I saw him get denied 16 times. I mean, credit, to him, but he was getting shut down. It was a government shutdown, right?
Who else is here worthy? Who else is here is worthy of the D? Who else? You come here. Let me talk to you real quick. Nope. Okay, fine. Who else is worthy of the D? No one? Okay, bye. You're a dick. Okay, moving on. Next.
That was good time, bro.
It's a night out, baby. That's just a night out for me, man.
It wasn't even a night. It was during the day.
That's a fucking daytime shit. Wow.
It was like 9 to 5.
You heroes.
I don't heroes wear capes, man. That's all I know.
heroes. You know what the true heroes are? Heroes are like the regular guys that wake up every morning, and then they get a distress call from the commissioner, and they see a light in the sky, and so then they change into their cape and their costume, and then they fly. Those are the real heroes.
The real heroes are construction workers, man. Those are the real heroes. I don't know if you ever work construction, man, but those are the real heroes, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So you guys are due for the vaccine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm out here ducking COVID-19 like White Goodman.
What does that even mean? Who the fuck is who?
White Goodman from Dodgeball.
Oh, okay.
How do you remember these people, man?
Dude, this guy with his fucking references, man, he's a genius. My brother called me up. He goes, dude, I don't know where Tech gets his references from, but that whole bit where Durko was at fucking Moe's and Chris was like, made that Barney Gumble reference. He's like, yo, I don't know where this guy gets his, his references from, but they're genius. Absolutely genius.
Oh man, I'm surprised at you able to make it up this late, man. I don't even stay up past 9 o'clock. Try not to stay up past 9 at work or in at home.
Hey, listen, I'm up all night, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a freak of nature, my friend.
Me or you guys?
You.
Hey, listen.
You would fit well. You would fit perfectly on an ambulance rotation, man. Be up all night. You're like, I'm good with it.
No, you wouldn't, because the places that are up all night, they're up all day too. So you wouldn't be good with the Nelson too.
Dude, he would be like Nicolas Cage in that movie, Bringing Out the Dead. That would be Nelson, bro.
Yeah, we gotta go get him. Who's that? We gotta get him. Bring him in.
I'm not. You're either a night person or you're not, man. And I don't. The young guys on the job, man, they like to be up all night, and then the older guys want to.
I do like to see daytime at some point.
Oh, you'll see daytime all right on the ambulance.
You call me a night owl, but that's not exactly true, because I have to wake up at the latest noon so I can enjoy the daytime. I can enjoy the day. Having more night is not a problem. I have to have some day.
Yeah.
So like, on the road trip, there were a couple of days we slept in and like started our days at like
at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, there was never that. No, we started day drinking at 10 or 11 and passed out on the beach, and then started the real day at 4. But we were up.
Dude, we drank for 19 straight days.
It was a blast, man. That was a blast. We got to figure out a way to pull that off somehow again.
Yeah, Chris, you might have to take a leave of absence next time. 3 weeks. Actually, you could do trade, Chris. With our job, we can do trades. Chris could trade for a month straight.
Well, if the show gets picked up, then we won't have to worry about that. And maybe Brian can quit the fucking fire department too and be a SHIELD member in Sinister.
Sure, man. I only got 11 years left, man.
Hopefully
I blink and it'll be over.
How much more do you have?
11 and a half. That's it.
Fuck that.
Well, you can't.
Dude, that's nothing. 11 years?
Yeah, but you can't think of it that way, because it's a long
Chris, you have 23 and a half.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can't think of it like that. You have to just roll with it.
Fuck that.
Because I started thinking like that like 6 months ago, and then months felt like 6 years. So,
dude, Durko was like, I'm gonna early retire. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean, early retire?
Hey, man, whatever. If you make enough money at 30, how old is he? 39. Fuck it.
I mean, he's got to put $1 million in the stock market.
Oh, I'll tell you what that means. That means he's. And back to it. I'll tell you offline.
So I saw your new episode. It was pretty cool, man. Your new guest.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zombie SquadCAST.
Yeah. She was fantastic. Yeah.
Who's that?
Mish Collins. She's a English teacher in Atlanta, Georgia. Filmmaker, producer, writer. Yeah, she's fucking phenomenal. She's a great guest. And at some point, you know, I've got a whole bunch of new guests lined up. If I can fucking pull them all off, but eventually I want to start having round tables with them and one of you, and then round tables with a couple of them, and then you, and then a couple of round tables, and then both of you, and like have round tables of like 5 or 6 of us, and
Yeah.
have like recurring guests at some point. But you know, I was hoping Paul was going to show up. I was hoping Dirk was going to show up, but yeah, Mish Collins. Yeah, the production house in Atlanta, Georgia. She's fucking awesome, and a lot of good insight, man. We had a blast talking about shit, and her dad's a vet, so talked a little bit about vet stuff. How's Big Mike doing, man? I know you guys.
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow. Did I tell you that, Chris? He's coming tomorrow. He's staying with us tomorrow night.
No, I don't know anything.
Well, he just figured it out today. Mom's going to Pennsylvania and Big Mike coming here. So yeah,
That's cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having Brandon Meeks on the show, man.
Brandon Meeks. So I have two. So I have a couple of ideas for you, as far as you running a podcast. So if there's a 50-50 shot, I can make it to the show. I want to make it to the show so it can be produced at the level that I produce things, but I'm going to sit back and just direct the show and be kind of a co-host. I'm going to let you run it, or you run it from your Zoom standpoint. It's just you two. All you got to do is hit record, but you're going to be running the show.
Chris, why do you look like you get smacked by a fucking train, man?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He always gets the sniffles. He has has one sip of beer. He has one sip of beer. He gets the sniffles. That's all it is. He's completely fine.
Okay.
What he does not do. I told him this 6 years ago. He chugs Monsters and Red Bulls, and you shouldn't be doing that. Dude, C4, everybody thinks C4 is only a pre-workout. C4 is basically Red Bull without the shit.
Well, it gives you
everything good.
It has niacin in there too, man.
So what? What does niacin do?
What did you drink today, Chris? 6 Red Bulls?
No.
Oh.
2 Red Bulls.
2 Red Bulls. Goddamn, son.
How many Red Bulls?
No Red Bulls today.
Okay, Monsters.
No.
No, you don't like Monsters. Chris doesn't drink Monsters.
I was never a real big monster guy.
Monster Zero is way better than
Oh man.
So yeah, anyways, if you can make it on the show, that would be great. I mean, I would love to have you on the show.
That's this coming Monday, right?
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know you have your own show. Nelson has his own show. I have no idea what's going
No,
on.
it's the same show. But I just reached out to another guest.
yes, he booked a guest for this podcast.
Okay, I got you.
Zombie SquadCAST is a podcast, but we're all Zombie Squad. So Brian, if you wanted to bring a guest on, you can book guests for this fucking show. I would happily take them. But if you want to be the host of that episode,
Okay, I got you.
we could jump on this and I could direct it as far as this whole studio production value goes. Or you could just call somebody on Zoom and record the Zoom, and I could take the video files and I could edit it.
Okay, I got you.
And that's what I told Chris to do. But at the same time, if I'm available Monday the 30th, Chris?
Yeah. The 30th.
So it's a 50-50 shot. I'm available Monday the 30th.
I mean, I'll send you the link.
Of course. Now, if I
jump
jump
if you can jump in, I'll send Don the link too if he wants to jump in, but I highly doubt that he'll be able to do it. Right. I just told him saying, hey, my partner may jump in. You know, if you jump in, that's cool. If not, whatever.
Right.
We'll work with it.
But regardless of whether I jump in or not, you're running that episode.
Yeah.
You're the host, and you're gonna
Absolutely.
And you're like,
because I know a lot about the guy.
Yeah.
Because we've been kind of like chit chatting back and forth a little bit, and like like I bought his new album. I was like, okay, I'll support you. Like he sent me his link. He's like, will you buy my new album? I said, yeah, sure, no problem. One artist to another, and like he showed me like all his YouTube channel and stuff like that. Which that's how we started linking up. It was like I followed him on Instagram or Facebook, and then that's how we kind of linked up because one producer to another. He's like more jazz influential. You know, he's in a band and stuff like that, and he plays the bass. Like,
yeah.
And that's how we kind of got connected in the first place. And then like I reached out to him and said, hey, why don't you come on our show? I think you'd be a great guest. You know, we have a lot to talk about. And he was like, oh, I'm totally down. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty much how it worked out. And maybe he has some other artists that wants to jump on, you know?
Yeah.
So, or maybe we could collaborate on a track or something. I mean, that could work out too.
I'm all for it, man.
So.
Cool. I think I got to get off of here, man.
All right.
Before I go to sleep here.
You think you got to get off, or you know you got to get off? It's like.
I got to get off.
Just say it. Say, dude, I got to get off. I can't be on a show any longer.
Hey, you guys are night owls, Chris, man. You'll be up all night and no?
Yeah, man. Hey, no worries, brother, man. Hey, we'll catch up. Me and Tech will close this out. But yeah, man, it was a blast having you on, and we definitely got to do this more often.
Dude, you're looking like George Costanza more every day.
Somebody said I looked 55 at work yesterday.
Dude, you do look 55. I'm 40. Do I look 40 to you?
If I was 55, I'd be able to retire, though, man. I would just let me roll. Jesus.
Based on your looks, they should just retire you.
Oh,
was that a low blow?
Hey,
ow!
Give me the pension, man.
Dude, we should be called.
Skim of the pension.
We should be called the Tech Brothers, man. I'll split my name in half. I'll be Tech and you'll be Fall. All right.
You know, the funny thing is people on the job know that Chris is on the job. They don't even know I'm on the job. They're like, I knew Chris, but he has a brother that's on the job. Chris networks. I'm a hermit, dude. Funny.
Yeah, my chief was like, "Is your brother on the job?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's over at 28." He's like, "Oh, no wonder." They're like, "Dude, I thought he died like 10 years ago."
Your chief.
You ever seen a Long Cape Poly? He was like, "What have you been doing?" He goes, "Dude, I thought you died like 10 years ago."
Well, I'm in the retirement battalion. You may as well. Chris will tell you the battalion I'm in is the slowest battalion in the fire department, and we're people that've been beat up in other places. You know what I mean? It's not that we haven't been to fires. You know what I mean? We're just, older. It's funny. Cool.
Right,
I'll let you guys finish up, man. I'll see you.
Well, hey, man, you have a great holiday. Kiss the kids for me, Nolan and Finley, and I talked to April, but say happy holidays to Big Mike, Sharon, April for me, and stay in touch. Gotta do more roundtables like this, man. This is fun.
Yeah, it was great, man.
Cool.
All right, Tech, you're not going anywhere yet.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Brian. Yeah, dude.
Dude, how'd you get that guy on the show is remarkable.
Well, I said, hey, come on the show.
It's impeccable.
It's impeccable. So
yeah, we got a big fight coming up, man. November 28th. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., man. Who do you got?
What are you talking about? What?
It's this weekend, man. The 28th of November. It's happening.
Who do I have? You want to take bets?
Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr., man.
I'll do a $5.
And you know who it's going to sponsor it? Viagra.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Dude, it's not for real. It's a
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
It's a for real thing. They've been trying to get this thing together for some time now. We talked about it on the show a while ago.
We talked about it like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and it's finally going down this
finally
weekend.
Happening. Roy Jones Jr.
Saturday night.
Mike Tyson. Roy Jones is 51. Tyson, I think, is 60 to 60.
No, he's 54 years old.
Tyson's 54?
54 or 56. Roy Jones might be 54.
What in the shit is this thing I'm looking at right now?
Their combined age is over 100 years. And it's on pay-per-view. It's an exhibition match.
Oh my God, this is awful. Why would anybody want to do this though? Hold on. What the hell? Allow. Wait a minute. I'm trying to screen share. Host disabled participant screen sharing. No, I did not. All right, now I got to go to all these other dumbass settings. See, this is the bullshit, man. All right,
who do you got, man? Who do you got?
I have Roy Jones Jr., honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on.
Is it by DQ?
No.
Does he win by?
No, I just have Roy Jones.
Does he win by disqualification?
No, I have no.
You think Mike is going to do some bizarre stuff?
Nope. All I have. No.
You think he's like going to hit him in the nuts or something, or bite his ear?
Jesus Christ. No.
You think he's just going to win legitimately? I
have Roy Jones Jr. as winner of the fight.
In what round? You got to make. Come on, man! You got to make it interesting.
Make it interesting. All right. So what? How far do rounds go these days?
They might be going 8 rounds. It's going to probably because
is this an exhibition mount?
Yeah, it's an exhibition.
Match? So that's probably 8 to 10, right?
I think it's 8 rounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Usually exhibition matches don't go 12 rounds.
Well,
and honestly, I don't think they could make 12 rounds. Either one of them. They'd be like, I'm done. I quit.
Well, first off, I'm annoyed because this stupid piece of crap is not letting me do a screen share from my other computer. All right, forget it. It's not going to happen. Folks, you're not going to see a fucking screen share of the poster. So, all right, let's take a look. Google. Are we still recording now? Let me make sure we're still recording and we're still live. All right, we're still live. That's good. That's good. That's good to know. All right, so exhibition boxing match rules. 8 rounds, lasting 2 minutes each.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Tyson versus Jones Jr. rules. It has been sanctioned as an exhibition bout. It will take place over 8 rounds, lasting 2 minutes each. The boxers will not be required to wear headgear, which is a fucking shame.
dude, this is dude.
Listen. They should just walk out with fucking headgear on.
Dude, this is like when Rocky Balboa fought Antonio Tarver, you know, and Rocky Balboa, the movie. Remember he came back and he was like
Tarver? Oh, Mason the Dixon Line?
Yeah, Mason the Dixon Line.
But he was a real boxer. What was his name?
Antonio Tarver was the real boxer's name.
Okay.
He actually fought Roy Jones Jr.
Okay.
Twice, 2 or 3 times.
No strip.
During that same time they were filming the movie. He was a champ at the time.
Okay.
But I guess they got something left in the basement, you know what I'm saying? Remember, he's like, Rock, whatever you got in the basement,
let it out.
let it out.
Dude, why the fuck won't screen share work for me right now? I'm really blown right now. More. Hey, fuck it. Make a host. Fuck it. I'll make my other self a host. There we go. Ah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Now I know it. Now I know it. See, folks watching, you have to let multiple participants. All right.
Dude, they should have had Don King promote this fucking thing.
No, they should not have. No.
And they should have had Mills Lane ref this joint.
No. Don King, I don't know. I'm not even going to touch upon
Don King, Mills Lane as the ref. It would be epic, dude.
Yeah.
It's going down, dude. I can't wait. I'm excited.
You like this shit, don't you?
Dude, I'm a big boxing fan, dude.
So here we go. We got Mike Tyson. All right, so we were going over the rules. And I'm gonna fix something here. So what do we got here? We got that, and then we got that.
Dude, I hope Mike Tyson doesn't quit this time.
Did he quit last time?
Yeah, last time he fought this big Irish dude, man. Like, he wouldn't get off of his stool in the 6th round. And they're like, all right, this dude is done. They call it off the fight.
Well, I mean,
Danny McBride is who he fought. That was in 2000.
Danny McBride is who fought?
Mike Tyson fought. Maybe it was 2002 or 2003 is what he fought. That was his last fight. And after the 6th round, he wouldn't get up.
Wow.
He wouldn't get out of his corner.
Who wouldn't get out of whose corner?
Mike Tyson wouldn't get out of his corner after the round. He was done.
Mike Tyson wouldn't get out of his own corner.
Yeah, he quit.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I probably would too, to be honest with you.
Dude, the guy that he fought was almost 7 foot tall.
Oh, I mean, come on, man. Take it easy on the guy. These guys are old. But I gotta, you know, it would be nice if I had this fucking show pre-produced and set up before I tried any of this other bullshit. I'm slacking here. You suck, Nelson. You suck.
You are god awful.
Something like that. You dick. Let's see here. Binks. All right. So, yeah. So as you can see here, now there's a bunch of bullshit hype. I don't know. They want me to watch this fucking video or something. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to watch the video because I'm going to get tagged with a fucking copyright infringement. All right. Look at these two guys, man. Why the fuck? Dude, exhibition bout. All right. It has been sanctioned as an exhibition bout. It will take place over 8 rounds, lasting 10 minutes each. The boxers will not be required to wear headgear. So, what if they just both walked out with headgear? You said we weren't required to, but we both decided to.
It's a safety thing.
They will be wearing 12. Yeah, it's a safety thing. They will be wearing 12-ounce gloves. If either boxer suffers a bad cut, the bout is over. No knockouts allowed. No knockouts allowed. What? No knockouts allowed? So tapping each other? Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap. dance?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be like that Rocky Balboa.
No
his
official
last fight.
No official winner will be declared. I don't have a fucking bet on this then. No official winner declared. Then it's not a fucking fight. It's not even an exhibition match. If no official winner is declared, you can have an official winner for exhibition match. Now, granted, the only exhibition match I've ever remember was that fight between Ivan Drago and Apollo Creed in Vegas, and then Rocky Balboa and Ivan Drago in Russia.
Yeah, where he killed him.
Well, when Ivan Drago killed Creed, and then Rocky killed Ivan Drago emotionally and morally and metaphorically. Those are the only two exhibition matches I've ever watched. But as far as I'm concerned, there was an
Hulk Hogan versus Rocky Balboa was the exhibition match.
You mean Thunder Lips
versus
Rocky Balboa. That was an exhibition match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Now, weren't all three of those exhibition matches, did they not have an official winner declared?
Well, the one, he killed him. He killed Apollo Creed, so that was over. And then the other one, I think it was a draw. It was a draw. They called it a draw between Thunder Lips and Rocky Balboa. Was a draw. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. And the guy was like, "Thank God," and threw the microwave and left.
Yeah.
All right, so the main card. You got a bunch of cards on here, but so wait a minute. Tyson and Jones Jr., they are the fight of the night, and it's an exhibition match. What the fuck?
I don't agree with that.
What in the actual fuck has happened to boxing?
Where you get two guys sponsored by AARP. Their combined age is 105 years old. That's over a century long, dude.
Don't joke, man. Don't joke, man. You and I are like VA benefits central right now. So you talk all that trash, man, but we're up there, dude. So what fight was that I'm looking at right here?
That I cannot tell you. I don't know.
That was back in the 80s, I think.
Yeah. It might have been Michael Spinks.
Okay.
Because he knocked out Michael Spinks.
But this is what we're looking at right now. And Tyson has been on air, on record as saying that he doesn't work out anymore.
No, he's been working out legitimately, dude.
For this?
Yeah.
Maybe for this. But for the last year, he's been on record saying like he does not even he doesn't go in the gym and hit bags. He doesn't do that.
Well, he looks in phenomenal shape. Like, you got to check out his YouTube videos.
Well, I'm not calling a fucking winner because based on the rules I'm looking at, this is just nonsense. I'm not going to make a bet if no official winner can be declared.
I mean, they should fight with 6-ounce gloves, bro.
And headgear. I don't know, man. That's over, man. That's Dunzo's. They should fight in the bare knuckle fighting championship, man. I'm not buying that, man. That's Dunzo's, man. I mean, it's just, who needs that? Who needs that aggravation?
Hey, millions of people are going to be buying that joint on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know. That's the fucking problem. And I bet you Dumb King is involved in it. Scumbag.
Absolutely, he's involved.
Why not? Why wouldn't he be?
I'm sure Donald Trump's going to be involved.
I don't think Donald Trump's going to be involved in much of anything quite soon. So what's the date on this fight?
The 28th of November. It's this weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's this Saturday.
This Saturday. So what are the chances? Oh, you work that day. No, you're off that day. You could watch that fight that day. You think we could possibly stream that and do a live reaction podcast watch of that?
It's a possibility.
Possibility? Okay. I'll work on that. And so the 28th, at what time do you think? What time does the whole night start?
It probably starts at 9 o'clock.
The whole night, the main event.
The main event probably starts at midnight.
Oh God, who needs that fucking aggravation?
Or
well, I'll tell you. Oh, one.
It's in Los Angeles, dude. It's in Pacific time.
Oh shit, that's true. So if it's 8 p.m.,
that means it's always later on the East Coast.
So if they get to like the main card, the first fight of the main card at 8.
It also depends if all the preliminary fights go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not like MMA. Like MMA, like you might have 4 people get knocked out in the first round.
Well, you got a preliminary card of 3, and let's say that's just going 12 rounds each at 2 minutes each. That's 12 rounds at 2. So 12 rounds at 2, it's 24 minutes plus 30-second breaks. So that's 6. So 12 times 2 is 28 plus 6 is 34. So let's say 35 minutes per fight at the max. Everything, they always draw it out, man. It's all fixed so they didn't get ads and bullshit. It's all fixed. You know that, right? So there's no point in fucking watching any of this bullshit.
I mean, the best thing to do is stream it.
Right.
There's always a link you can look up on the internet to see what the link is.
Right.
Somebody's streaming the joint. If you got the Fire Stick, you can try to stream it.
I have a way to stream it.
You're like a streaming guru.
Well, no, I mean I'll stream it to the podcast, but I can buy the fight because I can do that. Because I got those ducats. Because I got all the investment properties out here in Maryland, West Virginia,
and way out in the Canadian border, which is not really the Canadian border because it's like still like 45 minutes away.
It's across the street from Moe's Bar.
I mean,
Springfield.
Canadian border to me, I mean, it's like you drive 5 minutes, you're over in Canada.
Now, let's not talk shit about Durko unless Durko's going to be on here to talk shit. To talk shit back. So let's not talk shit about Durko unless he's here to defend himself. Just the problem is Durko's never here on the fucking show.
He's like, oh man, dude, I'm driving back from Jersey.
Oh. We're about to go off the air. Oh. What? Your camera ain't working. I'm driving. I'm here. I'm driving. I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm here. But let's not talk trash about the kid until we only talk trash about the guy if he's here to talk trash back. So it's Thanksgiving, holidays, man. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Dude, have you seen the movie Dutch?
Yes.
Dude, that's a classic Thanksgiving movie, bro.
Planes, trains, and automobiles, man. Heartbreaking, dude. Heartbreaking.
Oh, Son-in-Law. Don't forget Son-in-Law. Another Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, dude. That's the second best one. See, Dutch was pretty good.
Dutch was awesome, dude. I love that movie. Not a lot of people know about that movie.
I might have to watch it again because I'm probably not appreciating it as much as I should be. Was Uncle Buck Thanksgiving or Christmas?
No, it had nothing to do with it, either one. He was visiting because
was it just winter?
No, his brother. Yeah, it was just a winter time. Like his brother's wife's father had a heart attack, but it had nothing to do with Christmas or.
Uncle Buck's sister-in-law's father had a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's still like that. That's like Thanksgiving, Christmas worthy though. Uncle Buck is. Dutch I would have to check up on, but Son-in-Law, yeah, you're right. Son-in-Law is like the second best Thanksgiving movie, dude. Like so fucking good, dude. But
yeah, because he came there for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Pauly Shore did.
Yep. Oh,
and
dude.
Dutch, Ed O'Neill was picking up that kid that played Rusty in
Which one?
In the Vegas Vacation.
Oh.
He also played in I Can't Hardly Wait.
Can't Hardly Wait. It was the star Can't Hardly Wait.
It was
okay.
But he was a lot younger then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he was picking him up for Thanksgiving to bring him back.
Dude, honestly,
there's not many Thanksgiving movies, dude. Unfortunately, it sucks. There's 1,000 Christmas movies out there, but there's only like 3 classic Thanksgiving movies.
Son-in-Law, when they were about to like defeather the turkey, and he came back to life, and Pauly was like, "Live." Fucking fantastic, man. Dude, Planes, Trains, Automobiles is like the number one, man. It's heartbreaking.
I mean, did you like the remake of Due Date? Due Date was kind of like the same lines of Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yeah, you're right, but it was for like a pregnancy instead of Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was.
You're absolutely
right.
It was the same. It was pretty much a remake.
Yeah, right. It was a remake. I love Due Date. Due Date's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr.
I mean, Todd Phillips. I love Todd Phillips.
Deadpool, right?
Todd Phillips, the director of Due Date. He directed
Joker, right?
Yeah. Actually, he did direct Joker.
Hangover.
Hangover. He did direct Joker, though.
Yeah. Todd.
Phenomenal director, dude. He directed Road Trip. Like he's the guy on Old School when he's like, he's the guy on Old School where he's like, I'm here for the gangbang.
Oh yeah,
he pulls a cameo in some of the movies. Like he was in Due Date. He did pull a cameo in Due Date.
Oh, okay.
He's like, nobody gets a perm anymore, dude. He goes, hold on, wait a minute. Is that a perm?
And what?
In Due Date. When he was picking up weed.
And he had a perm.
And he was like, it's a perm. And he's like, don't tell me that's a perm, dude. He goes,
I think in real life, he has a Jufro.
Yeah.
Well,
but he was saying that he had a perm.
Oh, okay. Old School. He directed Old School. Well, hold on. Let's see his director reel because I'm looking at something else here. Director reel includes the Hulk Hogan biopic coming out soon. Joker, War Dogs, Hangover 1, 2, and 3. Due Date. School for Scoundrels, Starsky and Hutch. Old School, Road Trip. Road Trip was fucking phenomenal,
dude.
It really is fucking.
Yeah, he really had a cameo funny. When he was licking that girl's toes. It's like, what are you doing?
He is such a creepo. He always wants to put himself in some weird. But dude, his masterwork was Joker. I can't wait to see what he does with the Hulk Hogan biopic. But his masterpiece, obviously, is the Joker. It goes without saying.
Oh, hands down, absolutely.
Second best is The Hangover, and I say, well, okay, maybe second best is Old School, third best is Hangover, fourth best is Road Trip. Well, I would second best is Old School, and tied for third would be Hangover and Road Trip. Todd Phillips, I mean, he does not have that many writer-director credits, but all his writer-director credits stand out. Like, he is like the Tarantino of comedies. Like,
I mean, I love the Farley brothers too.
Yeah, but the Farley brothers have some skunkers, man, and Todd Phillips does not have any skunkers. His biggest skunker is Hangover 3.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
It was not. It was all right. It was all right.
It was all right, but it did not need to be made. They should have just left it at The Hangover 2.
True. True, it didn't have to be made, but the fact that it was made and it was
because the first two movies were such a success.
Yeah.
So we're like, we got to make a third one.
The third one was a success. It wasn't as good as the first two. You can't judge how good the movie was on how good its predecessors were. See, that's the thing. Like that is formulaic. Die Hard 2 was not as good as 1 and 3. Was Die Hard 2 good though? Is Die Hard 2 a good action movie?
Yeah, it's a good action movie.
Is it a good movie?
Just like Lethal Weapon 1, Lethal Weapon 2, you got to put those in the same category
Lethal Weapon 1
as Die Hard.
No, not okay. They're in the same category.
That's what I'm saying. They're in the same category.
But Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3 are all good movies. Lethal Weapon 4 was okay, but Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3 are good. All of them are good movies, but which one's better and which one's worse? But are they bad?
No.
That's the problem with when people are judging. Hangover 3 was not as good as 2 and 1, but was Hangover 3 shit? It wasn't. It wasn't a shit movie. It just wasn't as good as so Hangover 1 is the number 1 best one. Hangover 2 is the number 2 best hangover movie. Hangover 3 is the 3rd best hangover movie. Okay, but Hangover 3 is still good. Hangover 3 was still funny. It was still outrageous. It wasn't as good as the first two, but it was still good. See, we automatically have this idea that a sequel has to be better than its predecessor, but it doesn't. It doesn't, because at the end of the day, it's a separate movie. Even though it follows the story of the first one, it's its own movie. There's just going to be things that it can't measure up to, or it's just going to be things that they slipped up on, man. I mean, fuck. I think Return of the Jedi is the best one. Everyone says Empire Strikes Back is the best one, but when I first saw Star Wars, which is now the very first Star Wars, which everyone calls Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, I thought that was the cat's meow. And then I saw Empire Strikes Back, which was at the time the second Star Wars movie ever made. I thought that was the best one. And then I saw the third one. I thought that was the best one because you had Ewoks, you had speeder bikes, you had the best lightsaber fight ever made, and then he saved Darth Vader. I always thought Return of the Jedi was the best Star Wars movie ever made. But now everybody that's judging all these movies is saying Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars ever made. But to me, the third one was. So for you to say Hangover Part 3 is shit, well, it's not as good as Hangover 2 and 1. But Hangover Part 3 is still, it's a funny movie. It was a decent movie. It was a good movie. Even, the best example is Mission Impossible 2. Everybody shitted on Mission Impossible 2. Everybody shitted on it. And especially when Mission Impossible 3 came out, they said Mission Impossible 3 was the best one. I think Mission Impossible 2 is a good movie. Still to this date, I think Mission Impossible 1 and Mission Impossible Fallout are the best two ever made.
Yeah.
The very first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible, 1996, I think it was. Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, I think still is one of the best ones with Mission Impossible Fallout, are the best two. I think Mission Impossible 2, which I think came out in 99 or 2000, I think is good. Everyone's like, it's the shittiest movie of the series. It's not a shitty movie. It's the less best one, but it's still a fucking good action movie. I mean, it's good. It's not terrible. But it's like you can't judge a movie on its predecessor. You can't judge a movie if it's a sequel, and you can't judge it on its predecessor. You can't. If the movie has shitty fucking acting, which X-Men 3 had shitty acting, shitty story, shitty special effects. It had shitty. X-Men 3 is a pretty shitty movie. and X-Men 3 is not as bad as X-Men Origins, which is a prequel to the X-Men movies. X-Men Origins is pretty fucking bad. But still, X-Men 3 and X-Men Origins is still watchable. People dump on those movies so bad, and they're not that bad. Why are you huffing and puffing? You got to pee?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. You're like huffing and puffing. Like I thought you're losing your breath over something. Like getting you hyped up or something?
No.
So, I mean, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, man. That's probably something I'm going to watch tomorrow before Thanksgiving dinner. It's heartbreaking, dude. That is a hard movie to watch.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a classic, though.
It is. But Dutch, that might be something I got to watch. But Dutch is definitely something I might have to check out. Again, I know I've seen it. Because I was like, that's Al Bundy.
It's one of those movies that's hard to find. Like it's not it's not on Netflix. Like I mean, it's not on the main streaming services.
Oh, I'll tell everybody what's on right now. Hold on just one damn second. Because there is a website called Just Watch, and I will actually screen share this motherfucker right now. So this website's called Just Watch.
Oh, I know Just Watch.
So you type in Dutch. And there it is, Dutch. And Dutch is available on jack fucking shit. Dutch is not available on anything. You're absolutely right, sir. No streaming services whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right. You're right. So, what are you looking at? You reading the book?
Nah, these lyrics I've been writing, man.
Hey, you want to spit something for us before we close out?
I'll spit it when it's ready to, man.
Oh, okay.
On that new track I've been working on.
That new track, huh? That new Jimmy joint?
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait.
Yeah, working on a new single, man.
I mean, listen, I'm patient. Patience is the podcast, you know?
Yeah. It's called Rise Above the Madness.
Rise Above the Madness.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year.
You know, like since we're in quarantine, like I started writing again, and like I got real deep in this track I started producing. Kind of got a jazzy, influential vibe to it, as you want to call it, like something real mellow, something cool, something chill to rise above all the madness, you know, that's been going on. Like since this quarantine, I was like, man, I need to write something down. I need to write something like straight from the heart, you know, and just like all the bullshit with being locked down, locked in place, and just being fatigued with the quarantine and this COVID-19. So I bought myself like went out, man, bought this joint for like $2, man. You know, it's kind of like a journal that I've been writing, and just like I haven't written anything in a long time. Like I wanted to get back into actually like recording some of my thoughts down. So I produced this beat like straight up from scratch and started just writing my thoughts and ideas down, man, and came up with something dope. And I'm gonna be recording it in the near future, man, during this quarantine. So I'm just that's what I've been doing, man. Just keeping positive and staying motivated, whatever it is that motivates people. Like this is my motivation right here, man. This is my book, my Bible. I write my thoughts down and just get it on paper and then record it, man. And it's gonna be a new single that's gonna be dropping. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be hot. And I'm excited for everybody to hear it, you know?
I'm excited.
So yeah,
all right.
It's a dope track, man. I like it.
I like the sound of it already.
Yeah. Yeah, rise above the madness, man.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here. I can't wait to hear this track, "Rise Above the Madness," and
Because that's what you got to do, man. You got to rise above all this madness that's been going on in the world, you know? Like, it's all, a lot of it's been negative, man, but you got to find a way to think positive, man, or just rise above all this madness that's been happening in this world, man. Whether it's politics, whether it's violence, you know, whether it's addiction or whatever that you're trying to rise above, man. Rise above all that stuff, and that's what this new track is all about. It's just rising above the madness, you know.
mm-hmm.
And figure out whatever way that you can rise above, and just do it. Whether it's helping people out, or writing lyrics, or going out to the gym and, you know, meditating, or doing whatever you got to do to rise above it, you know. Because we all locked down, we all dealing with this for a minute, and we all been dealing with this for a hot minute. It's been going on for 8 months now. So if you can find some peace and harmony within yourself, you know, that's what you gotta do. That's what this track's all about, man. Rising above. You know, that's really all I got, man.
Okay. I like that. I like it.
So like some of it that I've written is about the quarantine, and some of it is just like trying to find peace. And like everything that I write down, I'm kind of switching it up a little bit. Like, man, maybe this will flow better, or this is what I'm really thinking about, you know. Like, I'm in isolation right now, you know what I'm saying? We're all like trying to stay safe and doing what's righteous, man. You know, and not getting caught up on all the bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's why, man, people need to tune into this podcast, man. Zombie SquadCAST. You know, we bring a lot of positivity to this world, man. Bringing a lot of different artists that come on our show, with different perspectives on life, or what they're doing during the quarantine to stay positive, whether they're writing, whether they're directing, whether they're producing music. You know, we all gotta stick together, man, and come one. You know, that's what this podcast is all about, man. Being locked down in quarantine, and everybody just speaking from different spectrums, man. You know, and just hearing what everybody else is going through in the world, because everybody that comes on the show, you know, they're from different walks of life, whether they're from Baltimore City, Los Angeles, New Jersey, DC, Philly, New York, you know, we're London, you know, all walks of life. But we all gotta stay positive, man, and stay focused, man. In the year, when all this is over, man, we'll have some products to push out.
Well,
you know, people are still doing it, man. They're still making music. Like, they're still writing albums. Like, it hasn't slowed down. It gives people a time to, like, write lyrics, man. Like, during this quarantine, like, I bought this book. I haven't written shit in years. I was like, man, you know what? I bought myself a microphone, bought some new gear during this quarantine. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start writing lyrics again, man. Why not? You know, like, instead of thinking negative, like, I was like, man, I'm gonna do something positive during this quarantine. I'm gonna give myself a microphone, and you know me, like, I've always been inspired by music, and you're like, man, you should start writing again. Like, so many people came up to me, they're like, man, you need to start writing and start spitting bars again. You know, like, that's what kind of motivated me. Like, so many people came up to me and said, man, why'd you stop? You need to continue that, man. You got a lot of talent. So I bought this book and just started jotting down my ideas, made this track, and I'm gonna just continue to keep pressing on.
There you go.
You know, some motivation. Like, I'm 40 years old, but that shouldn't hence me from stopping, you know? Like, just because I'm getting older doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Like, I mean, shit, Mike Tyson, he's fighting at 54 years old, man. I mean, if that's not motivation enough, I mean, yeah, a lot of people are making fun and we joke, but I mean, hey, he has some motivation to get.
Listen, writing and rapping's different than fucking fighting.
But I'm just saying, though, he's 54 years old.
Right. You're right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like he's 54 years old and wants to get back in the ring. Just like I just turned 40, so why not get back and start?
Get back in your ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know, that's it.
And that's exactly the point I've been trying to make with, with you, with Durko, with, 17 other folks that I know, man. It's like, stick to what you love. And if 17 people are saying that you're amazing at something, that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And even yourself, you can see success at certain things. I was successful at this, and maybe my ego got in the way, or laziness, or stubbornness, or greed got in the way, and I diverted. But if you reflect and you look back, and it was like, I was fucking phenomenal at this. I loved doing this. And at that time, when I was doing such and such, I was successful and I loved it. Stick to that. And, sky's the limit. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think, you diverted and you wanted to produce tracks, and you found your sound. And I was wrong. I even told you at one point, I said, dude, I think your ego's getting in the way. Maybe not produce. You need to stick to writing. You need to stick to writing and rapping, lyrics, spitting, rapping, da 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 da. But you stuck to your guns to produce, but you diverted from rapping. But you found your sound. You knew you wanted to produce. You knew you had this sound. You knew you had this formula, and you finally found it. And I was like, what the fuck? When you kicked out that Zombie Squad thing, I think a year and a half ago, I was like, yo, that's the shit. That I don't know what finally clicked, but that's the shit right there. Right. And now you're getting back into rapping, and now like you're going to take those two, but it's like you pulled a Nelson on Nelson. When I was like, I think you should stick to rapping and writing. And you were like, nah, man, I can produce, I can DJ, I can produce, I can mix, I can master. And you finally proved me wrong. And you started making some beats that I was just like, yo, he's starting to fucking find that formula. Now, if he was to start rapping on that, and now you're going back to that, and you want to plug those two together, that's going to be the ultimate formula, I think. Like self-produced from soup to nuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it, man. Absolutely. Yup.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I can't wait to hear what this fucking track sounds like, but no sneak peeks. Fine. That's fine.
I mean, the track is done. I just got to mixer and master it. That was it.
Throw us that karate chop when we're ready for it, boy. With those lyrics on top of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, I'm excited to hear it, man.
Well, the hook is gonna be cutting and scratching to it. Kind of like some DJ Premier type shit. Like Rise Above the Madness. And use my own lyrics to it and scratch to it. Like, you gotta rise above the madness.
No spoilers, man.
Madness.
No spoilers, man. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear the final track. So, and I'll play it right here live and direct on SquadCAST.
Cool, man.
Because I know how to, because I figured out how to use Zoom, and you got to check the box to share computer sound too.
Oh, so that's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do. Because I'm a big.
Well, can you do it now? Because I can play the track.
Yeah. You can play the track. You can do a screen share and play the track.
How do I do that?
So,
screen share.
Share screen. Make sure at the bottom left there's a box. Share computer sound. and then choose the application of which you're going to play the music with.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
I like that. I like that.
You like that joint?
Yeah, dude. I like
Yeah.
it. That was a chill little play out. I think we're gonna bring this episode to a close, my man. But yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a little preview of what I've been working on, you know, during this quarantine.
That sounds great, man. That sounds fucking fantastic, dude. Sounds like a little bit of a gangstar. A little
Bit. I've been inspired by, listening to a lot of different artists and just like came up with something chill, not too aggravated, man. And messed around with these samples and some new equipment that I got. So I was like, man, this shit can bump, dude.
I like it. I like it, man.
So now next step is just fine tuning it, mixing it down to Logic, and then putting the vocals to it. I already wrote one verse to it so far. So I just gotta work on the hook. I mean, it may take a little bit of time, but I want it to sound perfect.
There you go. Well, I like it, man. Well, keep at it, dude. And we can't wait to hear that final track with the lyrics and everything else thrown in there, man. But
I'm glad you like it, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. I like that track, man. I like that track a lot. And I could definitely use that instrumental. If you want to send me that instrumental, I could use the instrumental on a number of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Listen, we'll bring this to a close. We'll bring this on a happy note, on a chill note. TechFall producing some tracks during this quarantine. And yeah, everything sounds good. Happy holidays to everyone. Best of the holidays to all their families. I know it's a rough time to my viewers. I hope we've earned the privilege of your time and viewership. I know TechFall has with that new track, and you know, his brother Brian earlier, you know, with some words of wisdom and you know, some motivational moments as well. And until next time, you know what to do.